Pandemic side effects. What if events, both personal and global, just keep piling on until we're just overwhelmed and hopeless? Is there anything we can do about that? Hi, I'm Dr. K.P. McKee, founder and executive director of a Spacious Place Creativity and Spirituality Center. And we would like for this to be a dialogue, so we would love to hear from you. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, you can enter them into your comment box on your mobile device or computer. So for me, it has been a tough week. A close friend of mine, mother died, and the funeral is down in a COVID-besieged city so I'm concerned about her and her travels. A young person who was one of our Spacious kids is having a hard time right now. There was a lost cat and a hurting daughter. And the COVID cases are rising astronomically in Texas. There's violence in word and action all across our globe. And to pile onto that, I picked up a painful infection that has sapped me both physically and emotionally. It's a difficult time. And the difficulties we're dealing with these days can drain us of hope and leave us with a constant sense of hopelessness and dread. It can rob us of sleep, can alter our eating habits, can make us irritable, even make us long for oblivion. And what I'm talking about here are symptoms of depression. Now, there are some folks who are naturally optimistic and happy. And in times like this, when depression nips at us, we can feel like they're somehow superior to us. And that just adds our shame to the miserable mix. I have had depression since childhood. And while it is a cold and harsh teacher, I've learned to look out for its dangers and also its potential benefits. And that's what I want to talk with you about today. We also have posted on our website the website for the Center for Disease Control. And
it's actually here in the comments.
That's what I meant. Yeah, in the comments box, sorry. And it's symptoms for stress, but it also links to some other mental health organizations. And also you can find a lot of help online, and it is most important that you look. So I want to talk today about what depression can teach us. First of all, it's humbling. I realize with depression that I cannot control it. And that means that it is important for me to look to others to get help. And this helps me to avoid some of the pitfalls that come along with pride. So it's humanizing. It opens my soul. Now, this is the Spacious dude who I created as our mascot, I guess, for a Spacious Place. And this is what an open soul looks like to me. And an open soul is aware of so many things in the world to which I might otherwise be blind. Not only to the joys and beauties, but to woundedness and hurt in the world. Which leads me to the next one. Empathy. Being depressed helps me recognize suffering in others because depression is suffering. And so I have more capacity to stand with compassion in another person's shoes. And I may never be able to understand exactly how they feel, but I want to do my best to try. It reminds me of the importance of connection, both to other persons and to God. And to find those persons with whom I can be open and vulnerable and who will support me because they recognize that I have worth, and my connection to God, which is what I call my great good, who is unconditionally loving and to whom I can lean whenever I am hurting. It also reminds me of the importance of creation. And by this, I mean for us to create, to pour our pain onto a journal page, paint it into a picture, mix it into some dough and pound it. Bread making is a great way to deal with stress, and it is one of the reasons that we do Play-Doh and clay with children who are stressed, because it's a good reliever for stressful situations. So whatever it is, garden, however you naturally create, whatever calls to you, give yourself this gift, because you're putting something positive out into the world, and that is positive for you as well. Depression has opened my mind to daily joys, to a hug from my husband, the voices of my children, the beauty of leaves as they go from that fresh green spring to the mature green of summer, and then in autumn to the reds and the yellows and the oranges and the browns. All around us are simple, wonderful joys that keep our hearts heartened. And last, introspection. Because I struggle with depression, and it is a struggle, I have to be self-aware. I have to ask myself questions. How am I feeling? What thoughts are needling at me that I can't get rid of? Do I carry around a sense of dread today? And because I try to be introspective and I try to take stock every day, I'm more aware when I have visited my pain on other people so that I can ask forgiveness and make amends as needed. It also helps me to do that less than I believe I would if I were not taking that step. So again, we really, really want you to get help for depression. And if you have any of the symptoms I mentioned earlier, changes in eating and sleeping habits, irritability, a sense of hopelessness, the things that used to bring you joy now just feel like a faded, pointless photograph, those things are symptoms of depression. And you can also look that up online and find some more if you are concerned about yourself or about somebody else. It's a very, very serious thing. Depression is like cold water. So a glass of cold water can be refreshing and life sustaining, but a wave of icy water is very threatening. So we want you to take this very, very seriously and get the help that you need, because you deserve it. Because people love and need you. And because God loves and hopes for you. So here is the bit.ly address as well, but it's also in the comment box, so you can find it there. Now, there are a lot of people, especially in the faith tradition which I grew up, who say depression means a lack of faith. To me, it means the need for a deeper, more grounded, real faith. So please do not let shame that has been put on you or that you have internalized from teachings from the early on to keep you from getting the help you need. We're in a hard time right now with enough to deal with without being ashamed of hurting when there's help to be had. So we hope that you will let us help you if we can. And we would like to hear from you. We will be back next week with another pandemic side effect and some ways that you can hang on and hang in there. And also our Captain Out Online is still going on. You can register for that on our website, www.spaciousplace.com. be sucked into hopelessness and an ongoing sense of dread. Give us